Rent is a humongous hit.
Well, Rent, for me, has always had a very soft spot in my heart.
Rent has been my favorite musical since it came out.
This is a show that hits home to me and my family.
It's got a very powerful message about love and friendship.
It's such a great feeling to be able to bring a show that touches people in so many ways to the Flynn.
And a lot of these people have had it, as Kim Anderson will say, had it memorized since the 6th grade.
Everyone loves Rent. You can't not leave feeling like that was something huge.
Rent touches upon the lives of starving artists in New York, which a lot of young people can relate to.
Rent, it's such a gritty and real and emotional show that has so many different layers in terms of drugs and abuse and the struggle of poverty.
The AIDS epidemic and sexuality and death and drug use.
The real life dilemmas that they were facing, you know.
How are we going to pay our rent? How are we going to find love? How are we going to afford to do our art?
They kind of are contrary to the traditional American musical convention. But the themes of love and family and acceptance are the reason why people go see theater.
Everyone can relate to it.
It feels like a real show.
There is a lot of drama, there's a lot of serious moments. There's also some fun, lighthearted moments.
Funny and romantic all in one.
It's amazing that, this took place, a couple decades ago. People can relate to it to this day.
Also, the music is just, heart-wrenching, and it lifts you from your seat. And
this is, Jonathan Larson's original vision. We're using the original script and score.
Jonathan Larson, the guy who wrote it, is an insane genius who left us far too soon.
These voices are out of this world.
And seeing everyone in the audience, literally singing along with us, it's just that's kind of the connection that, these songs have.
Life goes on.
Connect to the role that I'm playing.
Mimi is my dream role, so my dream came true.
I have a fantastic cast, and we had such a fantastic turnout, and that personal connection shows in their acting and their singing and their enthusiasm.
And when I was just starting to come out of the closet, when I was 15 years old in high school, listening to Jonathan Larson's music, it helped me to establish at least the beginnings of a sense of an identity.
It was a very personal show for me, and I've loved it since I was a kid when I first heard the middle school chorus sing Seasons of Love. So
it's the first musical I've done in 20 years. The last show I did was Pirates of Penzance when I was 13, and then Rent 20 years later.
The tribe in this show is very much the lyric tribe.
Just the great things I've heard about kind of lyric productions and just the community that is built.
They always treat you like family. Lyric is family. They say once you're in, you're in. You're not going anywhere.
To being an us for once instead of other. La vida
We're so lucky to live in a state that actually has this amount of talent.
I think the people in Vermont have that bohemian mindset.
This show is universal, and I think you can play the show anywhere.
I hope people leave with a bigger sense of themselves.
Family isn't just who you're born into, it's also who you choose.
I would like them to keep an open mind throughout the show.
Leaving this production, I think they'll see that, that true sense of community, that true sense of family. And
life is short. Don't take it for granted. If you have a passion, if you have a dream, go for it.
How important it is to live each day like it's the last.
525,600 million.